Greetings, esteemed audience. And this platform might not be your ideal spot if you hold admiration for Harry and Meghan. For a span exceeding years, I've navigated this channel, and truthfully, not much tends to catch me off guard. Today is no exception. The recent release by Netflix, The Heart of Invictus, overseen by Prince Harry himself, was anticipated to spotlight veterans. Unfortunately, the focus has veered away from this noble cause. Instead, Harry once again diverted attention to matters unrelated to the intended narrative. Rather than honoring veterans, his dialogue revolves around self-centered themes, portraying himself as a victim. The incessant "woe is me" and the narrative of receiving inadequate support from others echoes as yet another assault on his own family. Curiously, just a couple of months ago, there was a proclamation that the attacks on the royal family had concluded. Evidently, that was an untruthful statement. Arguably, some might advocate for Harry's inadvertent missteps, suggesting he speaks without due consideration. However, given his prominence, he should exercise caution. Harry is acutely aware that his every utterance undergoes meticulous scrutiny, not solely by the British media but by a global audience. Any falsities or inconsistencies in his statements will be promptly exposed, as has occurred previously. Primarily, he alleges a lack of a support network upon returning from his service in Afghanistan. Moreover, he contends that the unresolved trauma stemming from his mother, Princess Diana's tragic demise, remained undiscussed. Predictably, he weaves Diana's death into his narrative, but one must question the relevance. While acknowledging the profound impact of her passing, it becomes evident that Harry often manipulates this tragedy to elicit sympathy and attention, a rather disheartening tactic. According to Harry, upon his return in 2008, he struggled due to an absence of substantial support or guidance in identifying his inner turmoil. He claims that, like many, he only contemplated therapy when overwhelmed, a notion involving being on the floor in a fetal position. The striking parallel drawn here to Meghan Markle's frequent narratives of dropping to her knees in tears is rather conspicuous. Their modus operandi seems oddly aligned. In a 2017 interview with Bryony Gordon's Mad World podcast, Harry acknowledged his brother, Prince William, as a pillar of support, urging him to seek help. Even on television during a Netflix documentary, he referenced a letter from William praising his service in Afghanistan, emphasizing the significance of timing and seeking assistance for one's mental well-being. This contradicts his recent statements regarding the lack of support. Undoubtedly, Harry received substantial backing, evident in the inception of the Invictus Games, inspired by the Warrior Games. The royal family institution provided support and guidance. Initiatives like these demand collaboration, underscoring the help he received. However, the core focus on Harry's personal tribulations instead of the veterans mars the essence of such noble endeavors. His incessant portrayal as a victim and subtle jabs at others detract from the intended purpose, regrettably overshadowing the veterans' narrative. Furthermore, linking the trauma of Afghanistan to the grief of losing his mother appears to be an intentional association. While losing a parent is undeniably traumatic, the recurrent exploitation of Diana's memory seems inappropriate. It's crucial not to overlook the substantial financial compensation Harry is receiving from Netflix. His involvement in these projects is not solely driven by altruism, but also financial gain, a stark contrast to the struggles many veterans face. Harry's situation bereft of a permanent residence or financial stability. However, Harry appears to lead a life steeped in privilege. The assertion that Harry encountered real danger during his tour stands challenged by a commentator who maintains that Harry was meticulously shielded from harm, earning him the moniker Bunker Harry. The commentator emphasizes this point in a video, inviting viewers to further explore this claim through a provided link. A former Afghanistan commander, appearing on a talk show hosted by Piers Morgan, expressed skepticism about the stress Harry faced during his service. Colonel Richard Kemp questioned the narrative of Harry's hardships, stating his belief that Harry operated in a relatively secure and remote area, distinct from the intense combat that might lead to significant stress or PTSD. Unlike other soldiers, Instead, Kemp suggested that Harry's primary contribution lay in leveraging his public image to draw attention to the valor of the soldiers. However, Kemp emphasized the importance of Harry's involvement only if it catalyzed financial and medical aid for veterans, dismissing other motives. One of the contentious points raised by Harry was his claim that the media failed to cover the injuries sustained by British soldiers in Afghanistan, a statement met with widespread disagreement. Contrary to Harry's assertion, media coverage during that period was robust, triggering a backlash against his remarks. Moreover, Harry's accusation that his tour in Afghanistan was clandestine due to a media blackout was refuted with evidence of an agreement between the British Army, Buckingham Palace, and the British press, which was breached by an American outlet, not the British media as he suggested. The role of Miguel Head, renowned for his public relations work within the royal household, and the agreed media blackout contradicted Harry's claims of media mishandling. It was revealed that the breach of secrecy was not by the British press, but by the Drudge Report and New Idea, prompting the Sun to discreetly notify Buckingham Palace to uphold the agreement. This sequence of events refutes Harry's allegations and raises doubts about the accuracy of his statements. Harry's consistent pattern of blaming the British media for incidents they did not provoke has led to widespread skepticism about his credibility. His tendency to fabricate or misrepresent facts, especially regarding his Afghanistan tour and the media's role, has stirred considerable dismay among the public. Moreover, his alleged use of these events as a PR strategy to refurbish his image and indirectly enhance his wife's image has been met with skepticism and disapproval. Regarding his absence at a Royal Marines memorial service honoring servicemen killed in an IRA bombing, despite being invited as the Captain General of the Royal Marines, Harry's attendance at the Lion King premiere instead fueled criticism. His failure to attend a memorial event related to his role and subsequent denial of the invitation has added to the skepticism surrounding his commitments and priorities. The video concludes by urging viewers to ponder whether Harry's claims of trauma are valid or simply another instance of him complaining and targeting individuals or institutions. It questions his pointed remarks about the royal family's lack of support and highlights conflicting statements, such as his brother's assistance, contradicting Harry's allegations. The audience is encouraged to contemplate the legitimacy of Harry's comments about media coverage in Afghanistan, inviting diverse opinions on the matter. The conclusion expresses gratitude for viewer support through various contributions before signing off. Dear friend, if you like everything new about the royal family and don't want to miss all the novelties, subscribe to our channel and like it. By doing so, you take part in our development. We work for you.